Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I'm going to start with a new module that is a business skills for e-commerce. That is your new module. In the last class we have finished with the module that is a procedure programming module. Today I'm going to start with a new module. So there is a new module, new session, new everything, and this is more or less the theoretical topic. In the last module, that is a procedure programming module, there are so many programs that we have done, and this is like a theoretical module, just opposite of that one, that is a procedure programming module. All right, so this is a theoretical module and that can be used for a theory purpose, that is used for the business skills, that is a business development, right? So let's start with the name, introduction of the module, and then move forward to the book, move forward to the new module, what is the content, what are the types of role in this one, right? So this is the new module, and the name of the module is like this one: business skills for e-commerce. That is, what are the business skills, or what is the business skills that is required for the e-commerce. And right now my voice is audible to you, or Larry? Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, Larry, my voice is audible to you? Hello, 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 hello. Now it's audible. Hi, Larry, it's audible right now. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. So the name of the module is business skills for e-commerce. That is, what are the business skills that is required for the e-commerce. So this is a module. So this is the third module that I'm going to start. First of all, we have finished with two modules, that is procedure programming and the computer system. So this is the next module, that is the business skills for e-commerce. So let's start with the module, let's start with the book, let's start with the PDF, right? So the book that is available is this one. That is a book that is written by so many authors, so it is a mixture of the various authors that is available. These are the various contents of this book. This is the serial number, that is a counting, that is in sequence. This is a description, that is what is the chapter name. Then there is a author, then there is a vetter, and there is a pages. This is nothing but like an index, that is what are the content available, who is the author for each and every module, how many pages are required in one module or in one chapter. So these are the various description of the chapter names, right? So let's start with the first chapter, that is the introduction to e-commerce. So let's start with the module. Let's start with the first topic. First of all, the name of the module is business skills for e-commerce. As the name advice, business skills for e-commerce. So first of all, let's understand what is e-commerce, then move forward to the name, that is business skills for e-commerce. So first of all, introduction to the e-commerce. These are the various topics in this chapter. One is objective, then introduction, then definition, then features of e-commerce, then interdisciplinary nature of the e-commerce, levels of e-commerce, that is what are the levels that is available for the electronic commerce, then SWOT analysis, then future, that is a prediction for the e-commerce, then benefits of e-commerce. Benefit includes the benefit to the organizations, customer, society, and then at last there is a miscellaneous, that is the what are the miscellaneous benefits that is available for the e-commerce, except the organization, except the customer, except the society. Then at last, what are the limitations in terms of non-technical, in terms of technical. Then there is a summary, then there are the same pet questions, that is a keyword, important questions, self assessment questions, suggested reading. So these are the various functionality that is available. These are the various points that is available in the e-commerce. Right. So let's start with the first one, that is the objective. So this is the objective. That is, what is the objective of e-commerce? That is the introduction to objective. So this says e-commerce is changing the way of doing business. So it is nothing but the changing of way, or the changing the way of doing the business. So how we are doing the business, or what are the changes, or how to update with the business, how to update with the society, that is done by the e-commerce. So it is changing the way of doing business. The objective of this chapter is to get the student acquainted with the basic concepts of e-commerce. That is, student must know after reading this chapter, that is, what are the content available and what are the basic concepts of e-commerce, why we are using the e-commerce. This chapter highlights the basic elements of e-commerce, the difference between the traditional and the electronic business. That is the traditional business what we have using, and the right now what we are using. So it also differentiates between the traditional as well as the electronic business. Because in the earlier days there is no electronic media like internet. So what is the comparison, how we are using, or what is the main difference between the traditional and the electronic business? After reading this chapter, you will be able to understand. Describe the concept of e-commerce. That is, what is e-commerce, why we are using the e-commerce, what are the content, what is the concept behind the e-commerce. The next point says explain different levels of e-commerce. That is, what are the different levels that is available. Right now, Larry, my voice is not audible to you. Hello. Just wait, Larry. Wait for a moment. Again. So this is the chapter, that is a new module. This is the objective of the this chapter. So after reading this chapter, or what is the objective? It is changing the way of doing the business. What is it is? That is, the e-commerce is changing the way of doing business. Whatever we use, whatever the things we use, these are the various ways that is used for doing the business in a separate way. That is, till now we have done the business in a manual way. Right now e-commerce is changing the way of doing the business electronically. That is the e-commerce. The objective of this chapter is to get the student acquainted with the very concept of e-commerce. That is, these are the basic concepts. So students must aware of these basic concepts of the e-commerce. This chapter highlights the basic elements, that is the tags, containers, e-commerces, the difference between the traditional and business electronic business. That means this chapter also focus on e-commerce, that what is the difference between the traditional and the electronic business. That is, what is the difference between the last method that we are using and the right now we are using the e-commerce. So what is the difference? So after reading this chapter, you will be able to understand the concepts, the topics. What are the topics? The topics that is used after reading this chapter, and that is describe the concept of e-commerce. That is, what is e-commerce, why we are using the e-commerce. Then explain different levels of e-commerce. That is, first of all, define the concept of e-commerce. Then what are the different levels that is available in the e-commerce. Then analyzing the SWOT of an e-commerce. That is, SWOT means the strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. That is a SWOT analysis. So analyze the SWOT of the e-commerce. Then at last identify the different forces that drives the e-commerce. That is, what are the different factors that drives or that uses the e-commerce. So these are the various outcomes of this chapter, that is the e-commerce. So let's start with the introduction, right? So let's start with the topic, let's start with the module, that is the introduction. Before this, I want to tell you the name of the chapter book or name of the module again, that is a business skills for e-commerce. That is, what are the skills required when we do the trading, that is a commerce, that is the e-commerce among the user and the among the users. That is how to change or how to make uses of the different customs. That is what are the skills that is required for the e-commerce. That is the business skills for e-commerce. So that is the name and this is the module. Now let's start with again the module, that is the introduction of the e-commerce. That is how we are using the e-commerce. That is the introduction of the e-commerce. So this says, in the past few years, enterprises across the globe have experienced significant changes in their business information system. That is, from the last few years, businesses have make changes in their system. That is, enterprises across the globe, that is, organizations across the globe have experienced significant change. What is the significant change? That is, uh, traditionally they are doing the business manually. Now it's a time to change. That is, doing the business electronically, that is via the e-commerce. So this says, in the past few years, enterprises across the globe have experienced significant changes in their business information system. Huge investment were made in enterprise resource planning. That is, there is huge investment, huge money was made or were made. That is, huge money is spent on the enterprise resource planning system implementation, but still they struggle to get timely information that is needed to make effective business decisions. That is, they struggle for getting the timely information and that is needed to make effective decisions and to ensure continuous growth of the enterprises. That is there is a huge investment in the enterprise resource planning, so there is a huge money required for the continuing growth of the enterprise. Placing E in front of any process or function seem to be the magic prescription of for never-ending storing of success. That is, whenever we place E means the electronic in place of everything. That means that becomes the fast, and that is a long-lasting capacity, and that gives the return for any enterprises. That gives the ending story of the success in rapid returns for the enterprises. Next line says, e-business, e-procurement, e-sales, e-payment, e-banking, e-CRM, e-CAD, e-CAD, that is a computer aided designing, e-CRM, that is a e-customer relationship management, e-delivery are joint or just a few. So these are the few examples of the when we begin the word with the E, that is a electronic. For example, internet, for example, is becoming one of the popular medium in transmitting various data. That is, whenever we want to transmit any data, so internet is one of the basic medium. If I say, if we are talking about each other, I'm using internet, you are using internet. With the use of internet, you are studying from me. I'm in India, you are in Nigeria. So there's a lots of difference between the timing, but we are doing so by use of the internet. This is for becoming one of the popular medium in transmitting various data. That is, internet one of the important medium. Users can find any kind of information within a shorter time compared with the conventional method for that consumes the time. So user can find this is the better way, or this is the better way with the shorter time for uses the e-commerce than the conventional method, that is a traditional method that is using or that consumes more time. Sorry. So this paragraph simply tells you the importance of the E. That is why we are using the E, what is the importance of E, and what is the difference between the traditional and the e-commerce. That is, manually we have done with the geyser, or manually we have done with the electronic payment or the e-commerce, right? Then the next point or the next paragraph says, the emergence of the internet throughout the world has been contributing such a variety medium in doing the business as well as people lifestyle. That is, whenever we use the internet, so that emergence of the internet throughout the world has been contributing such a variety medium in doing a business. So whenever we do the or whenever we use the internet, it becomes popular in so many ways. Suppose, for example, I'm trying to find out something. If I use the internet, then I can easily find out. So it becomes a necessity for every life, or it becomes a part of the life, that is usage of the internet. So this says, the emergence of internet throughout the world has been contributing such a variety medium in doing business as well as people lifestyle. So it is used in the business as well as in the lifestyle, that is the personal usage. In fact, internet is the essential prerequisite for the existence of a e-commerce. That is, internet is one of the best method for the existence of e-commerce. That is, internet is one of the main tool that is used whenever we use the electronic commerce, that is the e-commerce. Now, this is the most important line. E-commerce or electronic commerce has been defined as the ability to perform transactions. That is, e-commerce means the transferring the or rotating the transactions or moving the transactions or performing the transactions involving the exchange of goods or services. That is, it is used for increasing or performing the operations or ability to perform transactions that involves the exchange of, that is a transfer of goods and services from one party to another party using electronic tool and medium. So e-commerce is nothing but the trading and selling of, buying and selling of goods and services via internet. So whenever there is a internet, so we can use the e-commerce by exchanging the data and resources between two persons or the two parties using various electronic mails. Now, tell me, what are the electronic mail or what are the various electronic tools? Like microwave is an electronic tool. The explosion of e-commerce has created new phenomena in our lifestyle, especially in shopping. So e-commerce becomes wider or becomes very popular in every lifestyle, especially in the shopping area. We have done so many shoppings with the help of the e-commerce. Like for example, in India or in any place, there are multiple e-commerce sites like Flipkart, then Spencer, then Facebook, Orkut. So these are all done by the e-commerce. Then the next paragraph is, or the next category is definition. That is definition of e-commerce. So the next part is definition. That is the definition of the e-commerce. So this says the word commerce is the basic concept for the electronic commerce. So that is, whenever we say the commerce, that means the trading. Trading means the buying and selling. So the word e-commerce is the basic concept for electronic commerce. Whenever we do the trading, that is the commerce, and whenever we do the trading via electronically, that is known as the electronic commerce. So word commerce is the basic concept for the e-commerce pertaining to buying and selling of goods, while commercial denotes business products, practices, activities to gain the profit. So whenever we use the commerce word, that is the word commerce, that means that is the basic concept of the electronic commerce, that means buying and selling of goods via user or via sender to the receiver. The persons that is pertaining to use, that is means the electronic commerce means electronically trading of goods and services, while commercial denotes business practices and activities that is used for making the profits. Then the next point says, next after dot it is said, electronic commerce, like any other business, deal with the exchange of money for soft or hard goods and services. That is, whenever we do the transaction online, that is known as the e-commerce generally, because as the name advises, electronic commerce, that means passing or sending and receiving the data via electronically, but like any other business that deals with the money for soft or hard goods and services. This is the definition of the e-commerce, that is the electronic commerce, that means buying and selling of goods and services over the internet. So I'm just coming within 2 minutes. So this is the definition of the e-commerce, that is the electronic commerce, that means buying and selling of goods and services, or in simple terms exchange of goods and services for the money, that is exchange of money for soft or hard goods and services. Kalakota and Vinson in 1997 defines the e-commerce that is different from the perspective, or define the term e-commerce from different perspectives. That is, e-commerce can be achieved, or e-commerce can be done via different perspectives. Now let's see what are the different perspectives. These perspectives are communication, business process, services, online. So we can achieve the e-commerce, or we can see the e-commerce, or we can define the e-commerce via different perspectives. Either in terms of communication, that is e-commerce is used for the communication. For example, if I'm chatting with you with the help of the GoToMeeting, that is also a e-commerce. That means sending a data or exchanging of data between the sender. If I am the sender, you are the receiver. So it is the exchanging of data between the sender and the receiver. So that is known as the communication. So right now we are doing the communication, that is a part of the e-commerce. Then the next part is business process. That is, what are the different various process that is available. That is a business process that is also used in, or that is also used by e-commerce. For example, if I am running one process that requires one trading of goods and services, that is done by the business process. Then there is a services, that is e-commerce can also be used in a services, that is we can use any service at any time with the help of the e-commerce. Then at last there is a online, that is we can use e-commerce, that is electronic commerce, via internet, that is online. We can do the shopping, we can book any tickets, we can use anything that is required over the internet, that is done by the e-commerce. As the name advises, commerce means the exchange, means the trading means the buying and selling of goods and services in terms of money, that is we can send the data, he or she can give the money. In business only, that is the electronic commerce. Now let's see what are the different perspectives, that is what are the different scenarios, different perspective that is used by the e-commerce, that is the electronic commerce. So according to this perspective, e-commerce is the delivery of information. So according to this perspective, according to this condition, e-commerce is the delivery of information. That is, whenever we deliver any information, that is done by the e-commerce, that is the electronic commerce, that is the exchanging of goods and services. Product services, payment over transmission channel, computer network, or any other electronic mode of communication, that is the communication perspective. That is there are different communication perspective that is kept for the information, product services on or payment over the telecommunication channels. So these are the various communication network or electronic mode of communication. That is a communication perspective. Then there is a business process perspective, that is we can also see the e-commerce via business process perspective. This says that e-commerce is the application of technology towards the automation of business transaction and workflow. That is, whenever we use the e-commerce, it is the application of technology, that is there are various techniques that is available towards the automation of business distribution, that is we are or businesses are also running, or it is one of the application, or it is one of the tool that is used by the e-commerce towards the automation of business transactions and workflow. That is how different transactions are following the base or are following the e-commerce, and how it is affected by, or it is introduced by, or it is increased the volume by the workflow. So e-commerce is the application of the business process perspective also, because everything is done in the business. So it is mandatory to have a e-commerce with the business process. Next is survey perspective, or that is a service perspective. This says e-commerce is defined as a tool that addresses the desire of firms. That is, it is a tool that is available, that is the electronic commerce, that serves as the address of the or address of the desired of the firms. That is the addresses that is available, that is used for the service perspective. It is also used for the consumer management to cut service cost while improving the quality of goods services and then increasing the speed of service delivery. So this is from the service perspective, that is e-commerce is used as a tool to address the desire of the firm. That is also a e-commerce. Now, next category is your online perspective. So these are the five categories, or these are the five types that we have studied about. What are the different perspective available for the e-commerce? So last one is your online perspective. This is e-commerce also provides the capabilities of providing of buying and selling products and information on the internet and effect and other services also. So e-commerce also provides an opportunity, capability of buying and selling of products over the internet. The best example is that we can achieve, or we can make the shoppings over the internet via online, and any other services like Facebook or code. So these are the various services that is available in the that is available with the help of the e-commerce, that is comes under the online perspective. Next line said the e-commerce, or the term commerce, is treated as a transaction between business partners. The commerce can be defined, or it is defined as a transaction between business partner. So whenever we do any transaction, that is exchanging of goods and services via or between different business parties, between the professional parties, between the two persons, that is known as the commerce. So, but in simple or in regular terms, we use the term, or we use the word commerce along with the business partners also. Whenever there is a business requirement, that is a business partners, that is known as the, or that is done by the term commerce. That means trading of goods and services. Therefore, the term e-commerce seems to fairly narrow to people. That is, they are narrow to people, not wide to the people. Therefore, sometimes we will use the term e-business. That is, therefore, the e-commerce seems to fairly narrow to the each and every people. Therefore, sometimes we use the term e-business. That is, either we can send e-commerce, either we can send e-business. But if we are saying e-commerce, that means the trading of goods and services in terms of the everything, in terms of the people. Therefore, sometimes we use the term e-commerce. That is, either we can use the e-commerce, either we can use the e-business. It is a broader definition of the e-commerce. That is, the e-business is the broader one. E-business is the broader one as compared to the e-business. There is a confusion among the consultant and the academic over the usage of this term. Either use the e-commerce, either use the e-business. Something that e-commerce encompasses all world of electronically based organization. That is something that e-commerce always encompasses on the world of the electronically based organizations activity that support a firm market exchange, including a firm entire piece structure. That is something that these are the, or that there is a confusion among the e-commerce and the e-business. So something that e-commerce encompasses all worlds of electronically based organization activity that support a firm market exchanges, including a firm entire business infrastructure. On the other hand, some argue that e-business encompasses the entire world of internal as well as the external electronically. That means e-business is the wider term and e-commerce is the shorter term. So e-business encompasses the entire world of internal and external but electronically based activity, including e-commerce. That is the e-commerce. So this paragraph says what is the difference between the e-commerce and the e-business. That is how we are using the e-business and the e-commerce, and the main crux is that, and the major part is, or the heavier part, wider part is known as the e-business, and the lower part is known as the e-commerce. Now this is the definition. Yeah, e-commerce has a potential to unleash enormous savings and business efficiencies. That is, it is a potential method, or it is a potential way to unleash the enormous saving and business efficiencies. But the practices remain exclusive. How will e-commerce changes the global life of, and the personal life of transport and logistics in the supply chain? Logistics have been defined as a key enabler for the business. That is, e-commerce is used for electronic commerce. It is used for changing the global planning. That is, we have planned already the books or the rooms, so there is a double planning for this one. Next point says e-commerce is an electronic business. It's the using the power of complete the entire and the shared software to send and receive product specification. That means it is an electronic commerce, electronic business. Its primary usage, or it's using the power of computer, that is uses the internet, using the computer and shared software and receive product specification about the home, about the software. Uh, Bids, purchase order, invoices, and any other type of data that is needed to be submitted to the customer, supplier, employee, and the public. So this is nothing but the this paragraph says that e-commerce is an electronic business that is done via internet, but it can also be used for only the customer, supplier, employee, or the public. That is a new mole is happened. So the next paragraph is the next one that includes the EDI, HTML. So let's take a break right now, then come back after the break after 10 to 15 minutes, then starting with the new paragraph, that is the e-commerce. So let's take a break right now. Hello, 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 hello. So come back from the break, starting with the e-commerce. That is, what is e-commerce? What are the contents that is available with the e-commerce? So the next paragraph says e-commerce is a new profitable way to conduct business which goes beyond the simple movement of information. So e-commerce is the new way or the profitable way to conduct the business, to do the business which goes beyond the simple movement of information and expand electronic movement from point to sale requirement, determination, and production scheduling. So e-commerce is a new and the profitable way, that is, it is a new way as well as a profitable way to conduct the business for the simple movement or the simple movement of the information and expands the electronic transaction from point to sale requirement, determination, and production scheduling right through invoicing, payment, and receipt. So it is a new way or the new method for doing the business electronically, which goes through the simple movement of information, simple movement of the content, simple movement of the money. That means involving all the goods and the services and the money towards customer and the business, that is the e-commerce. E-commerce uses key standard and technology including EDI. So e-commerce also includes various techniques, various standards that is available, that includes the EDI, that is electronic data interchange, then TDI, technical data interchange. So these are the various techniques that is used with the e-commerce. One is the EDI, that is the electronic data interchange. One is the TDI, that is technical data interchange. One is HTML, that is your hypertext markup language. Then extensible markup language, that is the XML. So these are the various e-commerce techniques that is used with the whenever we use the whenever we do the transaction with the help of the e-commerce, that is the EDI, TDI, HTML and the XML. One more is STEP, that is the standard exchange of product model data, that is the standard for exchange of the product model data that is available. So these are the various modes that is used with the e-commerce, that is used to conduct the business electronically. Next point says e-commerce is made possible through the expanded technology of the internet. So there are various technologies that is available to exchange the data, to make the data available on the internet. That is the usage of the WWW and the value added networks. Next point says the internet is the worldwide collection of computer networks. So whenever we combine various networks, that is the internet. So whenever there is a combination of various networks, that is known as the internet. So internet is nothing but a collection of various networks, and the network is nothing but a collection of various computers. So first of all there is a term computer, then there is a network, then there is the internet. First of all there is a computer, that means performing the operations via electronically, that is done by the computer. When we collect multiple computers, that become the network, that is a computer network. And whenever we combine multiple network with each other, or when we combine multiple networks, that is known as the internet. So internet is a worldwide collection of computer networks cooperating with each other to exchange the data using a common software standard. So it is nothing but a worldwide collection of various networks, that is the internet, that is cooperate with each other to exchange the data using a common software standard. Through telephone wires and satellite links, internet users can share the information in a variety of forms. So with the use of internet or with the use of a computer, the data can be shared via internet, via telephone lines and the satellite links. So the data can be shared among different users via telephone wires or the satellite links. The size, scope and design of the internet allows users to connect easily through ordinary personal computers and local phone numbers. So the size and design of the internet, it depends on the bandwidth of the internet. That allows various users to share the information in a variety of forms. The size depends on the personal computer, depends on the local phone number, electronic mail with the friends and colleagues with the account on the internet. Post information for access to others to access and update it frequently. Access the multimedia information that includes sound, photographic images and even audio, and access diverse perspectives from around the world. So these are the various techniques that is available, that depends on the size of the internet, that depends on the scope of the internet that is available for sending the data among the various users, among friends and the colleagues on the internet. An additional attribute of the internet is that it lacks a central authority. That is, it lacks a central authority. That is, there is no authority, central authority. In other words, there is no internet incorporation that controls the internet. That is, whatever you do on the internet. Whatever my requirement, I do on the internet. So that is, there is no supervisor for the internet. There is no supervisor that is available that supervises what we are doing on the internet. Beyond the various governing boards that work to establish policies and standards, few rules and answers to no single organization bind the internet. That is, there is no question, there is no binding on the internet. So this is different people uses different terminology such as electronic trading, electronic procurement, electronic purchasing or electronic marketing. That is, different people have different names of the electronic commerce as electronic trading, electronic procurement, electronic purchasing or electronic marketing. We can use any name for the e-commerce or for the electronic trading. From the above definition, we can conclude that electronic commerce is often used in a much broader term to mean essentially the same as the e-commerce. That is, the e-commerce is same as the e-business. That means doing the business electronically via electronic means. That is the e-business. In other words, e-commerce includes purchases of goods, services, and other financial institutions or transactions in which the interactive process is mediated by information or digital technology at both locationally separate. That means there is a transaction that takes place between different information, between different technology. But the condition is that there is no separation, there is no hard and fast rule that they are logically or they are locationally with each other. No, they are separately with locationally, or they are separate from each other in a location wise in the location end of the interchange. For example, you are sitting in the Nigeria, I am sitting in India. We are communicating with each other via chat, via email. So that is done by the e-commerce. So a transaction includes both specification of the goods and services that is required and commitment to buy. E-commerce transaction model can be in terms of business to business. That is, these are the various categories of the transaction that is used in the e-commerce. What are the various transactions that is used? Either we can use the transaction in B2B, that is, there is a business party, another one is also business party, and they are communicating with each other. That is known as B2B. One is B2C, that is, there is a business, there is a customer. Business deal with the customer, that is B2C. Then customer to customer, that is, there is one customer, there is another customer. So they are dealing with each other, like auction of the old furniture, auction of the old material, that is done by the C2C, that is a consumer to consumer or customer to customer. So these are the various transaction model that is used. That is, transactions are done in the either B2B, either in B2C, or either in C2C. Now, what are the features of e-commerce? That is, what are the features, advantages, characteristics of e-commerce technology? This says e-commerce means better communication or better business communication in data interchange information. This means better business communication, and we can exchange the data. That is, the data interchange information is essential for every and any business. That means whenever we use the e-commerce, that is includes better communication in data interchange, that is required or that is used for every and any business. The quality and quantity of information which a business deliver to customer or use this information to make decision can determine just how competitive the business is. That is, the quality and the quantity that is required or that is used to which a business delivered can use the information or can use the decisions how the quality what is the quality and the quantity of the information that the e-commerce takes place. A company already may be using a number of electronic based tools. Maybe the company uses various tools to acquire and extend the information, but whenever we do the business electronically, that is known as the e-commerce or e-business. These may include personal computer, word processor, courier, fax machine, that is the facsimile machines, teleservices, cellular phone, that is the telephones, pacers, and more. Unfortunately, many of the today's communication tools are not really up to the speed of today's business needs and can actually create barriers to achieving the goal set on the basis of strategies formulated by a company. That is, the earlier method includes the personal computer, word processor, fax machine, but these sometimes affect the processing of the computer. These sometimes affects the speed of the today's world business. So this is one of the barrier. So to overcome this barrier, new technology is used that is known as the e-commerce or the e-business for the electronic business. For example, postal facilities can keep business waiting for information for days or even weeks. That is, whenever we use the postal services, I may send a draft, I may send a letter, and I'm waiting for the letter for the days or for even the weeks. Overnight, couriers may save time but can be expensive proportion. That is, instead of giving the letter, if I'm using the courier, that is also a fast method, but it is very expensive method. That is, we have to pay according to the weight of the courier. Traditional telex and the fax, that is a telecommunication or the fax machine, is quite but costly, and communicating by telephone can become an endless game of tag. That is, there are various techniques that is very fast, I agree, but the condition is that they are very costly, and the cost is not bear by each and every organization. So the business can avoid these problems, that is a cost problem, waiting for the so many long days. So this problem can be avoided by using the e-commerce, which is fast, cost effective, time saving and easy to use. So business can avoid these problems by using the device, by using the e-commerce, which is very fast, cost efficient, time saving and easy to use method. That is economic tangibility and good business generation. E-commerce or the electronic business can result in better transactions. That is, whenever we use the e-business, electronic business that can result in better transactions, wide market coverage by offering the benefit of speed, convenience, cost effective, timeliness, high profit margins, instant customer relations, no loss of customers. So whenever we use the e-business, that can result in the better communication, capture the wide variety of market by offering the various speed. That is, what are the features that is available with the e-business? That is speed, convenience, cost effective, timeliness, high profit margins, customer relationship, no loss of customers, impact and control. All are a fraction of the past traditional method. So these are the various limitations of the past method that can be avoided by the e-commerce. A concern can do everything it can do to run its business efficiently and profitability. That is, the business can run efficiently and the profitability with the help of the e-business. Right. Then the next paragraph says, application of electronic operations to commercial activities means better business solutions. That is, whenever we use the e-commerce, so one of the application of electronic operations to commercial activities means better business solution. So whenever we use the electronic, that means the better business solution that is available with the e-commerce. It greatly facilitates a firm to make better decisions, sales forecast. That is, whenever we use the e-commerce, it leads to the better decision, sales forecast, prices and other valuable information that can be sent and received instantaneously. That is, whenever we need any purchasing and selling of goods and services, sudden, that is at the instant time, that is instantaneously, that is done by the e-commerce. A business will always have the information it needs faster, easier and more completely in the new system of communication that ever before. So this is the these are the various advantages of the e-business. This enables firms to have an edge over competitors by informing, following up and requesting information faster and easier to customers. That is, this is one of the advantages, that is, we can pass the information very easily in effective way with the help of the e-business. Another feature is that it helps to maintain the greater control at work, home or while traveling, communicate with any business partner or firm anywhere instantly. That is, whenever we use the trading of goods and services at work, at home or while traveling, communicate with any business partner anywhere instantly. That is, at the same time we can do the operations, we can do the trading with the help of the e-commerce. Now these are the various terms that is used, like improve responsiveness, uh, expedies and streamlines reporting, but I'm not touching this right now because this is the first class, this is the introduction class. So this is a light class so that your concept is clear. What is internet, what is the e-commerce, why we are using the e-commerce, why we are dealing with this module, what are the advantages of this module. So these are the various questions. So that's why I take this session very lighter, because today is the first class. So I'm stopping over here only. If there is any doubt till now, concern the doubt with me, take the doubt to me and I will answer you. But I'm not going forward after this with the next topic, because this is a lighter class, this is the first class. And the module that I'm going to, I've started with the business skills for e-commerce. That is, what are the skills required, what are the business skills required whenever we use the e-commerce. So let's stop over here only. And now, if there is any doubt, then please text the doubt and I'll answer you. In the tomorrow's class, I'm continuing with the same module, that is the business skills for e-commerce, with the same chapter, continuation of the improved responsiveness. So that's all for today's session. If there is any doubt, any confusion, any clarification, then clarify for me. Alright. So thanks a lot everyone. Bye bye.